There's a loneliness that has nothing to do with being alone. A loneliness that stays with you in crowded rooms, around your family, with your friends, in relationships, at work, everywhere. A loneliness that isn't physical, it's psychological. It's the feeling of being surrounded by people, yet deeply disconnected from all of them. Part 24 is about that loneliness. The loneliness that comes from feeling unseen, unheard, misunderstood, or emotionally unreachable. Not because others don't care, but because something inside you is blocking the ability to let them in. Most people think loneliness is about the absence of people, but the deepest loneliness comes from the absence of self. It's not that you don't have anyone, it's that you don't have anyone who truly knows you. And the truth is, you don't fully know yourself anymore either. Part 24 goes deeper. You feel lonely because you've spent years hiding your true emotions, masking your pain, minimizing your needs, suppressing your vulnerability, shrinking parts of yourself to keep the peace, or becoming the version of yourself everyone else needed. You became present, but not open, available, but not reachable, social, but not connected, around people, but not with them. Your loneliness isn't a lack of connection, it's a lack of authentic connection. You don't feel known because you don't allow yourself to be known. Why? Because life taught you that being yourself is a risk. Your childhood taught you to hold everything inside. Your past relationships taught you that vulnerability comes with consequences. Your trauma taught you that openness leads to pain. Your experiences taught you that people leave, disappoint, or change. So now, even when people try to get close, your guard stays up. You think you're protecting your heart, but you're also isolating your soul. Part 24 explains the hardest truth. You're not lonely because no one loves you. You're lonely because you stopped letting love in. Not intentionally, not consciously, but gradually, gently, quietly, over years of emotional survival. You learned how to function without connection. You learned how to rely only on yourself. You learned how to keep people at a distance while pretending nothing is wrong. You learned how to be independent in ways that look strong, but feel empty. Your walls became your personality. Your silence became your comfort zone. Your emotional distance became your safety mechanism. And now, even when you meet safe people, your heart doesn't believe it. Part 24 dives into the psychology. People who feel chronically lonely despite being surrounded by others often experienced emotional neglect. Not necessarily abuse, just a lack of emotional attunement, a lack of being understood, a lack of being mirrored, a lack of having their inner world validated. This creates adults who feel like outsiders in every environment, even environments that love them. Because connection is not about proximity, it's about emotional resonance. And your emotional world has been out of reach for so long that even you struggle to access it. Part 24 also highlights another painful truth. Your loneliness is not about people, it's about protection. You don't let people in because being known feels dangerous. You fear being misunderstood. You fear being judged. You fear being abandoned once someone knows the real you. You fear being too much. You fear being not enough. So you keep everything inside. You carry your emotions alone. You share only the safe parts. You hide your pain behind humor, intelligence, or silence. You let people close just enough that they think they know you, but never deep enough to reach the parts that hurt. Loneliness becomes the unintended side effect of emotional self-protection. Part 24 reveals something even deeper. You're lonely because you outgrew your old identity, but you haven't stepped into your new one yet. You don't relate to the old you anymore. The version who tolerated too much. The one who laughed everything off. The one who pretended to be okay. The one who carried everyone else. But you don't know who you're becoming either. You're stuck in the middle, too changed to go back, too uncertain to move forward. This in-between state creates profound emotional isolation. Part 24 continues. There's another layer to your loneliness, the exhaustion of always being the strong one. Strong people are the loneliest because no one checks on them. No one asks the right questions. No one sees past the mask. No one realizes they're breaking. No one thinks they need help. People admire your strength without realizing it was built from necessity, not choice. Strength made you respected, but it also made you invisible. And invisibility is the birthplace of loneliness. Part 24 reaches its emotional core. You're lonely because so much of you has never been witnessed. Your childhood hurt was never seen. Your silent suffering was never acknowledged. Your emotional world was never validated. Your trauma was never understood. Your depth was never mirrored. So now you live behind invisible glass, able to see others, but unable to join them. You don't feel part of the world, you feel parallel to it. But here's the part most people never understand. You're not broken. You're not antisocial. You're not emotionally cold. You're not incapable of connection. You're guarded. You're protective. You're healing. You're unlearning survival. You're remembering how to feel. You're learning how to trust again, slowly. Loneliness isn't your identity. It's your nervous system healing from years of emotional starvation. Part 24 ends with this. You don't overcome loneliness by finding more people. You overcome loneliness by finding yourself. Because once you reconnect with your inner world, with your emotions, your needs, your truth, your real voice, you'll finally feel something you haven't felt in years. Belonging. Not to others, but to yourself. And when you belong to yourself, connection with others stops feeling like a threat and starts feeling like home.